Welcome back to the news at 10. Emadeb Energy, an integrated oil and gas company here in Nigeria, has unveiled a mega filling station in Abuja. According to the company's management, the launch, which is the first of 20 to be commissioned in a few months, is part of a strategic plan to make the product more available to customers. Our energy correspondent Olu Phillips now reports.
This is one of the latest imposing edifices on the Ahmadu Bello Way in Mabushi, Abuja. Emadeb Energy has just situated this mega filling station to serve the retail needs of residents. Unveiling it is not something they want to be quiet about, and so they have invited friends, industry players and regulators to witness another milestone by Emadeb Energy.
What you see today is that there's no end to good investment. I mean, this is brilliant. You can see the forecourt, you can see the road. It's one of the busiest roads in Abuja. Whether there's recession or there's a boom, there's always that wisdom that you have to put your money where it will work for you. And I can tell you, this is going to work for Emadeb.
We want to thank the government because of the opportunity that they've created of lately, especially moving from at least a partial deregulation opportunity which is coming to play, but we're still hoping for more, in terms of full deregulation of the industry in the near future.
Earlier, Emadeb had commissioned a 70 million litres modern tank farm in Lagos. So, to further take a foothold and become fully integrated in the operations of the downstream, it has embarked on this retail service station project.
What encourages me today is not the fact that people are building service stations. It's the fact that they're building service stations that are bringing world-class standards into our market.
Everyone had something nice to say, but the helmsman says he is not done yet.
This is a real brand, and we want to launch it, and it's the beginning of the first phase, which is we're having about 20 of this to come spread across the country.
We're looking at, going bigger, and we pray that God supports us and makes all our dreams come true.
Clearly, Emadeb Energy's mega station is a well-thought-out plan that lends credence to the advantages of the partial deregulation of the downstream sector. A total deregulation would obviously create endless investment opportunities. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Let's take a look at some sports now. Here's Charles Aruka.
Welcome to Sports News. The maiden edition of the Heritage Bank Lagos State School Olympics has been concluded in Lagos. During an entertaining closing ceremony at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Lagos, Oriyomi Akala and Anita Taviore emerged the fastest sprinters in the boys and girls 100 meters finals.
It was a three-day multi-sports event hosted in Lagos State, southwest Nigeria. The School Olympics, as it's tagged, brought out the best in the secondary school athletes, numbering over 1,000. The final day of the competition brought together the Minister of Sports, Solomon Delong, presidents of various sports federations, students, and the management of Heritage Bank. They watched on as Anita Taviore clocked 13.36 seconds to emerge the fastest girl. While Oriyomi Akala clocked 11.90 seconds to win the boys' final sprint.
This is part of what we have been emphasizing, that sports can only be successful in Nigeria if it is considerably driven by the private sector, while government play the role of regulation and investing in creating an enabling environment, which is grassroots sports.
The potential that we see from here, from next year, every other month they'll go into a long weekend program where they'll be cancelled You know, they will be mentored. They'll be working with the top coaches we have in Lagos State, and we're also going to look at the possibility of bringing child sports developers from outside the country, the real experts.
Seeing the excitement brought by this edition, the organizers made a promise that the School Olympics has come to stay.
What we've seen here in Lagos, obviously with the partnership with Lagos State, they gave us, it was amazing. And with what we have seen here, we're thoroughly inspired to take this year on year. Innovation for the next time out, you'll have to wait. If I tell you now, then what's the excitement?
For the students, it was a wonderful experience, and they hope for a more thrilling School Olympics come 2017.
Ball Super Eagles players Kelechi Iheanacho, Alex Iwobi, Daniel Akpeyi, Ikechukwu Ezenwa, Musa Mohammed, Onazi Ogengi and Odion Igalo are the early birds in the team camp ahead of the 2018 World Cup qualifier on Sunday, November the 12th. The coaching crew is confident that the bulk of the 23-man squad will be in camp as the former African champions will begin training tomorrow morning. That's it on Sports News. Back to Ijoma with the rest of the news at 10.
Thanks a lot, Charles. South African President Jacob Zuma has lodged a complaint with the Office of the Public Protector over a leaked audio recording of his meeting with the anti-graft watchdog. According to Zuma's office, the discussion with the former public prosecutor during her investigation into allegations of influence peddling was broadcast on private television at the weekend. A transcript of the 4-hour interview was made public by the Protector's office last week when it released a report calling for a judge to investigate allegations of influence peddling in Zuma's government. Zuma is due to face a no-confidence vote in Parliament later this week over the 355-page report by the constitutionally mandated watchdog. And the main news again. History beckons as the world's most advanced democracy votes tomorrow to elect a president who will lead the country for the next 4 years. Also today, President Buhari made a landmark visit to Benin City, perhaps the last under Governor Adams Oshomole. And the Chief of Army Staff has blamed the recent high-profile attacks in the northeast on the support of insurgents by some individuals. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Just to remind you once again that we're keeping our eye on the U.S. elections, and from different angles and different states across the United States. We are going to have our correspondent Ayotunde Balogun reporting to us from Washington, D.C., as well as Adeshawa Josh. She'll be in New York. We'll have Maria Bird also in Washington, D.C., and our political correspondent Sheung Okimbaloye covering all the angles from Wisconsin. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a day when we will be with you for the whole day. So stay with us for that. I'm Ijoma Onyato. Do have a good night.
This is Channels Television, celebrating 21 years of professional broadcasting.